Hello,
Hola.
everyone. Yeah.
What?
What'd you say?
I said hello in Spanish.
Threw me off. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our exciting edition of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling. I am Chris, and he's joined by Nick Slade.
Hola,
Yes. I don't know why he's speaking Spanish for this, because this is another episode of what we're now
mi
officially
casa.
call of Threw me off, man. It's like
Oh,
of
mi amigo.
what we're officially of what we are officially calling the Royal Ramble,
Episode 2.
where we talk about
Oh,
specific
wait, sorry,
topics.
no. Episode dos. There we go.
God damn it, let me finish the intro and then you can bother me. Like, where we discuss like major WWE topics that like just can fit into their own like whole video.
May
Like,
not, maybe not necessarily just WWE in the future.
well, that's not necessarily WWE. I mean, but let's be
Yeah.
honest, WWE seems to be pulling a lot of shit lately.
Yeah, it
But
gives
like,
us stuff to talk about, yeah.
so we had WWE Unreal. We
Mm-hmm.
did our discussion of WWE Unreal. Check that out if you haven't yet.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I found out apparently SummerSlam is the beginning of filming for season 2 of that show.
Mm-hmm.
Which should be interesting to say the least. But that's not what we're here to talk about. You know,
Mm-hmm.
Unreal, it's its own thing. It's whatever. If you want to see CM Punk cry or however you want to input it in your brain, you can go ahead and watch that.
If you want to see CM Punk cry a river.
Yeah, because of real glass. Go ahead and watch that. But no, here we're talking about something that we're generally surprised at.
Hmm. I mean, I'm not
And
too surprised.
not too surprised, but still surprised.
I'm shocked. Shocked. Well, not that
Not
shocked.
shocked. No, I am honestly a bit shocked. But like, as of recently, Karrion Kross and Scarlett were not given a contract renewal, and since I are officially free agents.
Or are they?
Okay, Jesus Christ. Because I think I'll grade Blu-ray. If this is a work, this is stupid. Um,
If it's a work, it's a way to make Cross get even more popular.
yeah. So back, people are assuming that the quote unquote shoot like promo he did was legit, which recently he confirmed wasn't. But yeah, him and Scarlett have been released, and it is interesting to say the least. Like the dude was naturally getting over with the crowd. His merch sales are
Hmm.
going like higher and higher. Like they were using him. Why we remember we always talked about in predictions. We thought, hey, like this man is like weirdly intricate in like causing certain people to like turn heel or like go a different direction we're not expecting them to, and like
He's like the evil Jiminy Cricket.
evil Jiminy Cricket, or the Sean O'Hare that actually works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I Pepperidge Farm remembers that, and I am Pepperidge Farm. Um, but no, he seemed to be working. Everything was going smooth, and then like um, and just didn't work out, and like people were wondering, did they, what did they just done come with an agreement? Did like Um, here we go. Thank you. Okay, here we go. I found something. Highlights. Okay, so, and there were signs. First off, the Cross versus Singing match wasn't exactly great at SummerSlam. It was one of the weaker matches on both nights.
Yeah, and it ended very abruptly. Like they decided to rush the ending of the story because it felt like the more interesting angle would have been either for Cross to win or for Zayn to give in to the dark side and win that way. But no, Zayn just won straight up. And now he's randomly on SmackDown going for the US title. Okay.
Yeah.
But,
And then like it
yeah.
got oh go on.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue.
Oh no, and then it continued that SummerSlam where like the crowd obviously chanting for We Want Cross. Triple H
Mm-hmm.
was saying they're chanting for We Want Lesnar or
Yeah,
Brock.
we want Brock. Which I don't
And
know. People are saying he deliberately. I don't know. He probably just did hear that and thought. And he was in the moment talking about Brock Lesnar and thought that's what they were saying. I don't know if he just deliberately tried to act like he wasn't hearing that. But
let's
I
see.
don't know.
Yeah. Um okay, so Cross then would later release a two-part documentary called The Killer,
Mm.
where it gave more of a backstory into the happenings with him in WWE and backstage at WWE. Um, yeah, yeah. And part two of it explained how was told to ignore that positive reaction. According to him, I remember in the beginning, people were saying, "Hey, I wouldn't take it seriously. It's not going to last." Or, "Hey, let's see if it's for real when you go out there tonight, or if it's still there when we're in a different city or a different state." Then, when it was still there, it got louder and louder and louder every week. That went away, and it was kind of like, well, we're not really fully embraced that. I was being told by certain people, don't acknowledge it, which felt really wrong because having a connection with the audience, especially one that is like this doesn't just come around for everybody. It wasn't something that was constructed or thought of. This happened organically through a series of events. I would even say it's something that happened recently this year. This is something that's happening because of what has happened over the last 3 years. Now, for the most part, like we've seen this before. We've
Oh
seen
yeah, we see
WWE.
this all the time in the Vince McMahon era. Like, I mean, Zack Ryder, perfect example, got naturally over with the crowd and was essentially punished for it.
Rusev Day.
Rusev Day, yeah,
Was
and
told almost the exact same thing too.
mm-hmm.
Didn't pull audible there. Like, give shit to Tony Khan, but when he didn't call it audible for the Acclaim to win the tag titles that night, guess what happened the following month?
They still won eventually.
Yeah, they eventually won because he's like, he fucked up, so he gave him titles next month. Like, it sucks, man. It sucks when like you get Zack. I can't believe this is a term I'm using, a verb of this.
You get Zack
Zack
Ryder.
Ryder. You get Zack Ryder. Like, you get over on your own. You do all you're doing is the best work of your career and you get shafted. In this case, here, where like he did that promo after WrestleMania, which I was gonna explain later, but I'll talk about now. Cross admits that wasn't a shoot, that was just a work. I had to explain to everybody backstage WWE that was work. Even told Triple H, that it was a work. I wasn't trying to get. I was just trying to just do what my character would do. You know.
Yeah, but did he
Res-
do, he did it without permission though, didn't he?
Yeah, no, no, he did. Like,
Yeah, which I'm sure to some people WWE saw that as him going to business for himself, which I can see why that would rub some people the wrong way. Uh, man,
and
you gotta clear that kind of stuff.
yeah.
You gotta, but yeah, this whole thing definitely seems like I have to at least say that at least Zack Ryder got a U.S. title run out of it. Russo didn't get anything, unfortunately. Uh, hopefully he has a better run this time
What?
around.
Let's see. Another part of his documentary. Wait, what is it? Here it goes. Another part of his God damn it! I just had the tab open.
I mean,
Uh,
you would talk about like ways every time somebody gets over on their own and gets squished. Chad Gable, it's happened multiple times.
okay, so
So I was talking about other people who've also been Zack Rydered.
yeah. So what was the dude carrying across the stain?
Hmm?
Where is it? Just had it. Helwani show.
What you looking for?
Give me a sec. Give me a sec. Going with that across the stain. Um, God damn it! I just had. There was this. It was about his contract. Here it goes. Here it goes. Yeah. In the same documentary. Sorry about that little hesitation, but in the same documentary, because why were they waiting? Or question was, why were they waiting last minute for the contract to expire? Like, why was it till literally midnight that night they were like, no, we're not renewing your contract? Like, apparently, like, he was disappointed that they hadn't started contract discussions sooner. So, in the documentary, Cross reveals they reached out to WWE in early January to communicate that he was looking to negotiate a new deal for himself and his wife Scarlett, but that further discussions on the matter didn't happen until recently and were not of any substance. He would go on to say, many months had gone by, and we never had a single conversation about it until recently, and I don't even feel like the conversation I've had recently was like an actual serious one. The conversation made me really angry because I just didn't feel like it was a real conversation. There
Mm-hmm.
wasn't anything that was discussed of real substance. Actually, it didn't make me angry and didn't make me upset. It just profoundly disappointed me because I think about this business probably different than the person I was speaking to because of the nature of what I do. Um, it sounds like that like he wanted actual serious talk about it, and the serious discussion didn't
Mm.
happen until like the last fucking minute, and then they went no, you know.
Look, man, like honestly, I feel for him here because we've all been there when you're in a job and you feel like you're doing a really good job and you deserve a promotion or something better, and you try to make it happen, and they just basically shut the door in your face. And in situations like that, like I've left jobs because of that before, and
And,
yeah, and
and
honestly, I think what's going to happen here is that Cross needs to do what other people have done before, like Cody Rhodes, like Drew McIntyre. I think he needs to go out there, make a name for himself, boost his profile, and then he can come back and get the running he wants.
no,
But
exactly. But lately, there's been interesting things happening on TV as well. You know, we got we want cross signs being taken. I believe some chance during NXT. No, there was no chance last week. This week it was pretty tame. Um, but like, there's still people wanting back. Like, it sucks.
yeah, I mean, like the audience can make a difference. Like they got Cody Rhodes his WrestleMania main event, which some people are wondering how legit that whole thing was. Which that's another conspiracy theory.
But
Uh, they got R-Truth back. See if that goes anywhere. But
but
so they sorry, I keep interrupting you. But WWE has shown in the past they are willing to listen if there's enough fan backlash. At least this version of WWE.
okay. So then there was the biggest thing, which was the Ariel Helwani interview that took place roughly a couple days after his contract with WWE expired.
Mm,
Which it's interesting because you can tell Ariel Helwani's not affiliated with WWE because like he'll let everybody go off the cuff like with the when Punk brought up the whole like brawl out what was it no brawl in situation and stuff like
mm,
that. Okay, so there's some key takeaways from the
mm.
interview. Karrion claims he didn't receive a WWE extension offer until last Tuesday. This interview was done like about a week ago. So, preference is what I say. Karrion claims he didn't receive a W extension offer until last Tuesday. He asked how the company came to the valuation of the offer and was not given that information. He was told he had 24 hours to agree to the offer or it would be rescinded. Cross told WWE he could not make a decision without knowing said information and the offer was rescinded. So right off the bat, he wanted to know what his contract was being, what was offered more on this contract, considering what's been happening in the last few months.
Yeah,
Um,
but like you gotta give somebody more than 24 hours. They gotta get their lawyer involved. You gotta look over all the paperwork and understand
which
what you're actually signing
exactly, and it goes back to the previous point is okay, then why didn't they start contract discussions with him sooner?
weeks ago,
Like
months ago.
weeks ago, months ago, if you wanted to like still hold on to this dude,
This more seems like they didn't want to, and this was just to say they did. They did make an offer. I don't think they were ever serious about this offer, is what it sounds like.
No, no, it wasn't. Like they were going to give him I think what it was they were going to give him the same contract they gave him last time when he re-signed with the company, and that was
Mm.
it. They were going to they weren't going to add anything. It was just the same as is, and he wanted it, but they were making it look like, oh no, sign this. There's going to be some more stuff, and it's like no, it's like, and he was like, I get it. He like ultimately their contract wasn't renewed, but like, like it worked out for them. Like it's still like, and I'll get to that soon. But long story short, in the year one, he's like, I'm still open to talking to WWE. Me and my wife loved our time in WWE. We still want to join. So I'm still at the table for discussions with them.
And see, that's a smart way to handle it. You got to leave the door open. Like, don't burn bridges. Like, don't be like, was it Carl Anderson, who's just burning bridges everywhere? Like, it's easy to get bitter, especially when you feel like you're
Hmm.
not getting treated well. But you got to look at people like I said, like Cody Rhodes, like Drew McIntyre. Those guys got hosed by the end of their WWE runs, like they were Stardust and a three-man band. Uh, and they went out, they busted their ass, they made a name for themselves, they reinvented themselves, and they came back, and they're both main event WWE champions. So
Right.
I think Cross can easily do this for himself. Like, make him go to. I think it'd be cool if he showed up in TNA again. He had a run with them before. I don't know if he has any hard feelings with them from his last run
Hmm.
there. I don't know if going to AEW would do anything because that roster is so damn overbloated.
We'll get to AEW in a bit, but
I mean, you got New Japan, you got MLW, hell, you even got the NWA.
because
That
this, yeah, no,
Mhm.
yeah, of course.
Mhm.
There's a lot of opportunities. Like hell, they're booked, I think, for like 2 to 3 different cons between now and the end of October, and one of them
Mhm.
being in like near in the state of Florida too.
Mhm.
This little highlight didn't know. Karrion Kross says that WWE did not make a contract offer for Scarlett. When he asked
Mhm.
this is his words, when he asked WWE, he was told, after we deal with you, we'll deal with her. Which is worded not great, whoever was that guy with the contract stuff. Like, not that sounds like a mob hit. Like, hey, what we do you we gonna deal with her? It's like,
It
but
also
no.
sounds very aggressive.
Yeah,
It's like, hey, I don't want to talk about that.
it's like, dude, you've barely had a contract negotiation with him, and he's concerned for his wife's employment. Like, give him a fucking break. Like,
Yeah, and Kerry also probably sees himself and his wife as a package deal, as like they're both, so you should be negotiating with both of them at the same time. But
yeah,
I don't know. It depends how much WWE sees value in her because she's not a wrestler. So she has wrestled before, but she's definitely more like a manager role.
yeah.
So yeah, this is all true. Like I guess it goes shows that hey, it's a new boss, same as the
The
old
old
boss.
kinda. Oh, well, let me
A
continue.
little bit, not as bad.
Okay, so like I said, I brought up a little bit before his post WrestleMania 41 promo. People, some people thought it was legit. So he explains.
Hmm.
Karrion Kross has said some higher ups in the WWE thought his post WrestleMania 41 promo was real, and they were upset. He was
Hmm.
under the impression that his promo had been okay to everyone, and they all knew it was a work. One day, he waited for Triple H outside of a production meeting once he found out he wasn't okay with it and explained everything to him. Like, I wonder how long that was. Like, was it just like a week or two, or like one of those like backstage producers gave him the cold shoulder and shit? Like,
I mean, if Triple H thought it was real, I could see why he'd be pissed because it feels like he probably would think that's unprofessional. But damn, that's why you got to really make things clear.
yeah.
Uh, that's
Dude,
kind of a hard, yeah,
do you remember the Miz talking smack promo?
on Daniel Bryan, yeah, where Bryan was so cut off guard he didn't get a chance to respond, which made Bryan look bad.
But see,
Which,
that's an example of it working. Here, it did work. He just had to tell people he was gonna like
yeah, but also this is something he did on his own in his own place, while Miz did that on an official WWE show.
I
It's a little different. So yeah, that probably wasn't the wise decision. That should have definitely been really okayed by a crystal clear in communications.
following up on that, he thinks because of what happened with Seth Rollins' false injury at SummerSlam, as well as the situation with R-Truth, people don't nowadays don't know what is a work and what is real.
Which is kind of the point. That's one of the things Triple H wanted to do. He wanted to bring back the sense of kayfabe and really undermine these dirt sheets who spoil everything.
Apparently reports said like, and even I think Seth kind of lets I wouldn't say slip, but let it be known a bit that like the only people like that knew he was not injured was Heyman and Becky and his daughter, who was a fucking snitch. Fucking
Wait,
bad.
so Heyman, Becky, Triple H had to have been involved in that. He's
Apparently, I look, I can't confirm it.
he's only the
This is the
head
only thing I
booker.
can't confirm.
He would have had to have known for this all to work.
Okay, but I get what he means by the R-Truth stuff. Like, I do
Yeah.
get what that, because that was legit. Hell, I think that was like one of many reasons they didn't fucking bring back Travis Scott after WrestleMania. Like, was what they did with R-Truth. Like, but yeah, I kind of get what he means there. It's like that. It's what we've talked about a million times. That very very blurred line now, especially after they released that documentary series between
Hmm.
what's real and what's kayfabe. Like Like that's I get that, and like I can get why like some people would probably think it was real backstage when it actually
Mm-hmm.
wasn't. I think his only situation was he probably should have let Triple H know he was gonna pull something like that.
Mm-hmm.
At the very least, just Triple H, so that way like everybody else knew that it was just a work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm I'm glad they brought Truth back, and like the Rollins thing you called from a mile away, so like that wasn't entirely surprising. I just wish the Biggie stuff was. Let's be honest, the New Day just fell right off a cliff after they turned heel. It just went
Yeah, and I don't know.
downhill.
I don't know what they're doing now. Like what they're wearing. I don't. The New Day heel turn was never going to work unless Big E got in the ring, and apparently that's just not going to happen because that's what it felt like. Why did you bother doing it if you weren't going to have a payoff?
Yeah. Let's see. Karrion Kross said he had a gut feeling all day at SummerSlam that his match with Sami Zayn would be his last in WWE. I felt it. I've had a friend tell me, maybe do something for the live crowd when you're leaving. Say goodbye or something. I said, I don't want to be unprofessional. This moment, clearly by design, is for the babyface to get everything back and that we took away from him. I don't need to make this about myself right now. It's about him. Which,
Hmm.
it's cool on him. It's like,
That's
he
professional. Yeah.
even though he had that feeling deep down in his gut that like something's not right,
Hmm.
like he still worked, he still did his job, and like
Yeah, the way
just
Cross is handling this is the best way to handle it. Because yeah, early on he had those miscommunications, which rubbed some people the wrong way. But he's being professional about it. He's not demonizing WWE. He is putting out his frustrations that he's had with the company, but he's not like he's not post 2011. He's not like CM punking anybody. Like he's not going on Colt Cabana's podcast and demonizing everybody.
no,
Um,
he's
but yeah, I think you're right. The way he's handling it right now is the best way to handle it, leaving the door open.
yeah. I think even I haven't seen the documentary. I've only read like seen here. I've only read highlights from his little two-part documentary. It seems like the dude's just being like it feels he's being genuine.
Yeah.
Like it just feels it's not like with it like the last time I've honestly felt like a wrestler was 100% genuine about what's happened to him given their situation was fucking Drake Maverick. Like when he
Oh
gave that
yeah.
heartfelt speech about like it just was my life and now it's just like and they rehired him. They fucking
Yeah,
he
and then
came back for a
unfortunately
while.
they brought him back and then they didn't do anything. Like they had two opportunities to capitalize him. He should have won the cruiserweight title, didn't. Or I forgot who they team him up with. Oh man, he was in this interesting tag team, and they could have had to win the NXT tag titles. Didn't do it.
Mm,
They did not follow up on that at all. That's why I'm worried about doing with R-Truth. But now it seems like they're doing something interesting with R-Truth with his two personalities
yeah.
with Aleister Black. So we'll see how that works out.
Yeah, but I think I think Carrie is being dead ass honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like when a man gets screwed over so hard, he's NXT champion gets pinned by Jeff Hardy. Like I think like
I
he's
mean, to
gonna
be
be on.
fair, losing to Jeff Hardy is not the biggest bury. But yeah, he was NXT champion when it happened.
Yeah, but like yeah I've I feel like he's being honest, but not in like a CM Punk kind
Not in
of
a
way
bitter, angry, burning everything around
or
him.
a Bret Hart kind.
I mean,
Dude, seriously?
man, Bret Hart, man, that's a whole nother thing. I can see,
I'm not.
honestly, it makes perfect sense to me why CM Punk idolizes Bret Hart. They're two peas in a pod.
Yeah. Okay, you're asking about AEW.
Yeah.
Karrion Kross said big promotions have reached out to him since he got
Oh,
released.
oh, I'm sure. I'm sure Tony Khan's
No, no,
salivating
no.
at a new
Let me
action figure.
finish.
I know.
AEW has not though, and he's
Oh,
not surprised because people think his WWE exit is still a work.
oh,
That's okay. Now to be fair, Tony Khan loves him some toys, especially used toys from WWE. But if he's not grabbing him, considering the promo, how over he got in, I do believe him. Carrying saying because probably people in AEW think it's still this is work is all work.
yeah. I can see them not wanting to potentially embarrass themselves, like reaching out to somebody, and it turns out to be a work.
I get it.
So I can see them being hesitant about that.
Like so, like and like he screamed somebody Tony would grab. He got over
Hmm.
in WWE on his own. They didn't use him like they should have, and they released him when he was just getting over. Like
Yeah, but
that screams future AEW member of the AEW toy shelf.
yeah, but then I hope he looks at other people who we all thought, oh, they'll have a much better run in AEW.
What you don't
Rusev,
like?
Aleister Black. Like,
I'm sorry, Nate. You don't like the fact that Ace Austin signed with AEW?
that's gonna lead to absolutely nowhere.
Dude, he lost his first fucking match at AEW to Ricochet.
AEW, AEW desperately needs a brand extension. I think they should have done that when they bought Ring of Honor, but they need to split Dynamite and Collision into two different shows. Their rosters too bloated.
What are you
Split
talking
the
about, Nick?
rosters.
Josh Alexander's totally getting over right now.
He should have gone there to be reunited with Ethan Page.
Dude, that is so far this year. Did he fucking debut in AEW this year?
Yeah, I think I think it
Fuck.
was.
That has got to be the biggest. Why didn't he sign? No, yeah, he debuted in the Owen Hart Cup. That's been the biggest this year of, dude, you should no seriously, you should have just joined WWE.
Good man. Look at the
Like,
run Ethan Page is having. He's having a good run.
he's having fun. He's
Yeah.
really enjoying himself.
And
Like,
apparently, like he's really impressing the higher ups. Like, so I say
and
Ethan.
now
Yeah,
you go on.
and he's had a good run. NXT. He's been NXT champion. He's current North American champion.
Yeah,
They're just waiting to move him up to the main roster.
yeah. They even have him in NXT teaming up with the Secret Hervis and Chelsea Green, which
Yeah.
is a great collaboration. And he
Hmm.
even put the like Canadian flag over the North American
Yeah,
Championship.
he lance stormed it.
Yeah, Toy Lance stormed it. Oh, did you see Naomi? They put caution tape on the ends of her Women's World Championship.
Yeah, they gave her they customized right before she dropped it.
Yeah, it sucks, dude. I still don't get why they didn't sell her light up WWE Championship, the one she had before, the one that lit up.
Yeah,
It's
that would have been expensive.
Well, no, I mean not the whole replica, but like for toys for kids and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine. And finally, the last bit I got here from this site I found highlights of for the Helwani interview. Karrion Kross said he doesn't have a timeline making decision for his future. He said
Mhm.
he's never felt this support in all directions in his life. This is a man who was so happy when he broke a baseball bat with his bare hands. There's no sense of urgency to commit to anything that is not right for him currently. He would prefer to go back to WWE with Scarlett. And
Oh yeah.
that's where it came out that he has said that he wouldn't the floors the table's still open. No, I'm still sitting at the table. I'm still ready to try to get another offer from WWE. Like, yeah, I can tell you right now, he's doing upcoming shows and cons and stuff like that.
Yeah. You notice he's doing cons and not wrestling shows like indie shows,
Yeah,
which he
well,
still
because
wanted to leave that door open with WWE.
also there's the fact that people still think it's kind of work. Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's that. Which if it's a work, damn, like that's commitment.
So let's talk about that. Let's just be our final topic for this.
All right.
Do you, because one report I had up said there's some backstage that still believes it's all work. Like legit, he's gonna come back any minute
If
now.
it's a work,
Do
I
you
mean,
believe, let me finish my question. Do you
yeah.
believe it is a work, or do you think it is it's just 100% legit?
Oh man, if you asked me this not even a year ago, I'd say, oh no, it's legit. But the way WWE has manipulated the media, manipulated dirt sheets, manipulated the fans with what is real, which in a way I kind of love because it goes back to those days of kayfabe. Like you don't always need to see the man behind the curtain. And I know a lot of people love that idea. Like I want to know how everything works, but it takes away the magic and like what's going to happen next. Uh, it does to the whole Seth Rollins thing. If they're willing to manufacture an injury, I can see them manufacturing a release, especially if they really do want to push Cross because they could jump on this. They could make Cross into like essentially CM Punk like in a sense like the anti-establishment voice of the voiceless. To take a phrase from Punk, man, if I'm WWE, I'm taking advantage of this. Even if it's not a work, I would turn it into a work. I would
Mhm.
I would turn this shoot into a work and take full advantage of it and see where it goes. You can push Cross for a little bit. Hell, give him a mid card title and see if he's still riding that wave. If the fans get tired of him or not. Because I do gotta say it's about wrestling fans. Daniel Bryan had the perfect word years ago when he called wrestling fans fickle.
Cool.
Wrestling fans can be incredibly fickle. You want a perfect example? Cody Rhodes. That's a racing example. People wanted Cody Rhodes to finish his story, and like the second he won it, I saw so many people like said, "Oh, I'm sick of him. Oh, we got what we wanted. Now let's move on to the next shiny thing." And I'm wondering, and I do understand what WWE was wondering. Is like, okay, is this like a genuine people get behind this guy, like Austin or like a Stone Cold Steve Austin, or is this just another? Oh, fans have find the next shiny thing, and let's see how long they'll stick with it till they're bored. And that's why I'm kind of wondering: is like, are fans really behind Cross, or they just see this as another fun thing to get involved in? Hopefully, it's a former because I like to see somebody works hard and finds success. But to get back to your main question, is it a work? I'm gonna lean no because the way he describes the way he's talking about it sounds very corporate. It's something WWE has been before, and it's not like it's changed because Vince is gone. It's still a corporation. It's particularly TKO. Uh, I could see them though turning this into a work if they're smart. But right now, I'm gonna lean no. But if it is, I'm gonna be very impressed.
Mm-hmm.
Especially, well, I think I saw somebody point out though. One little note is Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman came out and just heaped praise on Karrion Kross, even compared him to Stone Cold Steve Austin early on. And he was like, why would Paul Heyman put out this whole praise for him if the internal company didn't feel kind of the same way? Right? Like, number one, but also you got to think about Paul Heyman just says whatever he wants to. Ah,
Mm-hmm.
man, that's the thing. It's kind of confusing. And you know what? The fact I am confused, I like it. I like the fact I have no idea what's going on because I know there's a part of us that wants to know everything and
Yeah.
all the gears and all the things that work. But man, don't you just miss that magic as a kid when you had no idea what was going to happen next? But yeah, that's like
Yeah.
I basically I answered. That was a long-winded way of answering your question.
Oh, sorry. I was writing up my notes. No, but
Were
no.
you ignoring me this whole time?
No, I wasn't ignoring you this whole time, man. Like
I will
it
say it all again.
no, I okay, so the long story short, I do believe this is like he legit didn't get a contract extension. Like
Because
it
yeah, because this has happened before. It's happened before with other wrestlers. It
but
happened with Cody. It's happened with Drew. It happened with Zack Ryder.
but but see, this is why boy
Rusev.
this no, go on. Yeah, Rusev.
Yeah,
You're exactly right.
yeah.
And but it stems from like what I believed about the what I told you when we did SummerSlam predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Like with Seth Rollins' injury.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a work, no, if it's a work, got me, and I'm fine
Mm-hmm.
with that. Like, sure, I'll believe the fiction that is reality or reality that is fiction. Sure, no problem. That probably enhances my surprise, or maybe you go, ah, you called it. Yeah, you did that. Good
Mm-hmm.
for you. And yeah, it's I hate it sometimes. I hate that I can't just be completely flabbergasted, or I have to think it's a work or shoot. But that's what pro wrestling is.
I mean,
Wrestling.
did you mark the hell out when Seth Rollins revealed he wasn't injured?
No, I didn't mark out. I just
I
went
did.
fuck. I know you marked out. I went fuck. He was right.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't mind that. I wasn't pissed off by that. That was a
Mm-hmm.
work or a shoot. In this case, for this, I'm not gonna be pissed off either way. If this is legit, like with the R-Truth situation, like kind of similar to the R-Truth situation, and they eventually bring him back out of nowhere, that will be fucking great. Like that was the biggest pop we got out at Money in the Bank was
Mm-hmm.
R-Truth just returning and
Mm-hmm.
reports going, no, 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 they only just signed him like signed him back days ago.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if they do that here. Imagine if a clash in Paris. Just or imagine do that if whenever like Sammy challenges for the U.S. title, Cross comes back to screw him over.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that to an extent. I'm gonna be fucking ecstatic. But that's the situation I think we're in. I think the situation is it's similar to the R-Truth situation. This is
Hmm.
legit. I don't know if they've generally fucked up or they realize they fucked up or not, but I don't think it's the last we've seen of Karrion Kross and his wife Scarlett in WWE. Like
No, no. If it's a years from now, like, everyone eventually comes back, especially if they prove themselves.
yeah, like I I overall think this is legit. They did not get their contract extended. Them
Hmm.
posting about their merch, him releasing a new theme. I haven't checked out his new entrance theme yet. His new entrance theme. I think this is all legit. You don't put out so much like I'm out of WWE stuff unless you're legit non WWE anymore.
Hmm.
Like I'm trying to recall there was a time they tried to pull shit like this and like I can't recall off the top of my head, but I believe during those times like it didn't make sense, and they
I
came
mean,
back and we're
if
supposed to act surprised.
you want to add like a not entirely similar situation, but if you want to go back to another situation like this, where a shoot turned into a the Matt Hardy 2005 situation with Edge,
Exactly.
and then like Edge, yeah, for all you boys and girls out there who don't know about this, back in 2005, Matt Hardy was dating Lita, and in real life, Edge cheated with Lita on Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy complained about it, got fired. The fans demanded him back, and they brought him back. And he had a
Yeah.
feud with Edge that he should have won, but he didn't.
Yeah.
That led
So
to the live sex celebration.
they were actually legit naked under there, which I
The
didn't find out till like a year or two ago.
Lito's not cool with.
Yeah, I don't blame her.
No, I don't know what
Yeah.
they were.
One
That was a Vince
one
McMahon.
trip on that blanket later and there's a lot of boys who become men in that crowd that night.
Mm,
So, yeah, no, it's real, it's legit. Like, I wish him and Scarlett the best, and
mm.
they want to come back to WWE, and I can't wait to see Black Power Ranger Scarlett come back at the Royal Rumble. Um, that's a joke for anybody who's gonna watch the Saudi Royal Rumble. Um, but like, no, I'm not. I wish him the best. It sucks, but they're open to it. And I just love how AEW barely think this is all work, brother. Like,
Mm.
just at that part of this makes you laugh. That's why Tony Khan's gone. "Meh."
He's like, yeah, he's like, you're not gonna fool me. It's like,
Yeah,
man,
but yeah, overall, I don't think this is the last we've seen of Karrion Kross in the
no.
WWE.
And if this is legit, I'd rather him go to like a company that where he can stand out more, which I think would be TNA, MLW, or NWA. Because I feel like he'd get lost in shuffle in AEW.
Yeah, one of the I mean this in the nicest way possible. One of the smaller promotions like NWA and stuff like that would be a great point for him to like just go somewhere to stretch his muscles. Like stretch it out a little, get like
Mm,
refresh. Remember why he became a pro wrestler in the first place. Remember why like he loved doing this shit. Like get to do like 110%
man.
like shoot promos, get that shit,
Mm,
because right now the cross we're getting right now isn't talking shit about WWE. The only thing he's talking about shit about WWE is how they handled the situation, which honestly was definitely poor on their part,
mm,
which I can believe because it's WWE. They have a
yeah.
history of doing the wrong thing. Fucking the list. It's a list the size of Jericho's 1001 holds list. Like it's pretty long.
Or his other
Um,
list.
it's a very long list.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
I mean, I never understood why WWE does this. You would think you would want as many popular stars as possible. Like if somebody gets over on their own, who cares? You're making money either way. Like it just feels like it's ego at that point. It's like, oh, I didn't approve this, so I'm gonna kill it.
Hmm.
Mm,
Yeah, yeah. That's gonna do it. I mean, I wish him the best. I wish him and Scarlett the best. I hope he comes back. Like AEW, if he shows up in AEW, great. Fingers crossed he doesn't get sent to the bottom of the toy chest. If he shows up at NWA, great. I'm pretty sure they need all the time to get. If He shows up in TNA, I'm gonna laugh my fucking ass off. And the irony of that,
I
if
mean,
he,
he's been in TNA before.
I'm like, or if he shows up in New Japan, we're like, you had to have fucking connections, dude. Like, dude, you had to have. Oh God, no, no! I just thought of the worst thing. I thought of the bad timeline. I thought of the monkey's paw wish.
Well, he
I
shows up in
wish.
He shows up in Ring of Honor.
No, he shows up. No, 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 no. No, he shows up in New Japan. I wish he shows up in New Japan. Joins House of Torture.
I
No, no.
I like Evil. I think House of Torture is fun.
When did House? By the way, when did House of Torture become the Island of Misfit Bullet Club members?
I mean, everyone who's in there fits. It fits more than War Dogs.
Like, I just found out because of the entrance graphic that Chase Owens is in that group. I'm like,
Yeah, yeah,
fucking Chase Owens?
yeah. Balak Fale, Chase Owens, Doki
No,
all joined.
That's Don Fale.
Yeah, you know he's Don Fale. Yeah,
But now, honestly, though, no joke. If he does show up in New Japan, that'd be pretty fucking sick.
yeah. You could do something
Yeah,
with him there.
you can do so. You can have so much fun with him
That is
there.
one of the good things about pro wrestling today. There's so many options.
Yeah.
Like man, like not just in the United States, but internationally as well.
Hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. But goodbye, Karrion.
Plot twist. He shows up in AAA.
Goodbye, Karrion Kross for now. Welcome back, Killer Cross.
Mm,
And that's what we're gonna do it for. We're gonna wrap it right there because that feels like a good segue.
mm.
So, yeah. Other than that, folks, I'm gonna do this outro a bit differently. Yeah. Let us know your thoughts on Karrion Kross and Scarlett being released from WWE. Oh, not
Mm.
released. Their contract not be. It's really hard to write this as a title. Our title for this is Karrion Kross gone from WWE. That's why I wrote. That's how I wrote it. Cause like,
Mm.
yeah, your thoughts on Karrion Kross's departure from and Charlotte's departure from WWE.
That's
Do
a
you
better
think
way of
it could
saying it.
work? Do you think it's a shoot? Do you think AEW or any other big wrestling promotions will pick him up eventually? Right now, he's not really scheduled any wrestling shows. There's a bunch of con appearances with his wife.
Mm.
Let us know in the comments down below. Put down what you thought of our thoughts on his departure overall. But most importantly, we thank you for watching. Now, of course, Nick, aside from his channel, where can they find you elsewhere on the internet?
Well, as always, you can find me over on the socials. So check me out on Facebook, on Instagram, and on XX, formerly known as Twitter. Baby.
Yeah. And he's not here, but our normal other co-host Mo Brothers, you can catch him on the socials at Afro Mo Bro. Yeah, and get your our discussion on the WWE Unreal Season 1 stuff. So check
Oh,
that.
and if you have any other ideas of what you would like us to talk about on Royal Ramble, give us some ideas down below.
Yeah. I would say probably say try to be more current stuff. I would like
Yeah.
to, keep up with that stuff. Like if you want us
Mm-hmm.
to talk about more recent stuff, I know like there's a lot of big contract stuff going on right now. We briefly brought up in our predictions for Brindor, which you can check out. We brought up how like apparently there's talks in the WWE that Jericho they're looking to bring Jericho back because his contract at AEW is expiring.
Mm-hmm.
Danhausen got his contract expired because of injury time. Like
Extended,
um
yeah.
freaking Kill Switch just Luchasaurus just finally made his return after battling a very serious illness,
Mm.
like serious medical condition. Like,
Oh, there's always something going on in the wacky world of professional wrestling, so something interesting is always happening.
yeah, or hell, yeah, just let us know. Like, we can talk shit about Triple H for 30 minutes. It's not impossible. I can talk
Mm.
shit about House of Torture for 45 minutes.
I mean, did you really think we were going to talk about this as long as we have right now? I mean, to be fair, it helped that I'm very long-winded.
Well, not even long-winded, but I do like this. You and me, I think I've heard this before. We like talking about this stuff because, like,
Mm. We're
no,
fans. We
we're
love this shit.
fans.
We
We
love this shit.
we talk so long, fucking forever about anything and everything off camera. Like,
Mm.
I figured we just continue our wrestling portions of those conversations on camera. You
Mm.
know, it more of a controlled environment, of course, but it is what it is. Like, I didn't think we'd be going for. I haven't even timed us. I think we've been going for like 25 minutes
Mm.
on this topic, but like 20 25 minutes. Yeah, like Yeah, let us know. We can talk about more other stuff. You know, we can talk about shit going on in TNA. We can talk shit about shit going on in like WWE or
Yeah,
like the ESPN deal, which apparently that
I
officially begins at the end of September.
yeah, that's a bunch of nonsense.
But yeah, let us know. We can talk about yeah, if you want us to, we can talk about the WWE ESPN shit going
I
bullshit
will
going on.
rant on that.
Yeah.
I will
Like
rant.
it is insane how many different avenues you're gonna have to use to watch all of WWE's programming right now. Oh, I didn't bring that up. You know, it's was now officially going to be a Peacock exclusive at this point going forward.
WrestlePalooza. It's gonna be on ESPN. You've been saying, right?
Saturday night's main event.
Oh, I thought you were talking about
That's gonna be yeah.
ESPN.
They officially confirmed that's gonna be a Peacock exclusive now.
Okay, well, I thought you were gonna talk about the ESPN exclusive
No,
WrestlePalooza.
no, 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 no. They have to ask for it. Royal Ramble. We can make
All
that the
right.
next episode, or we can hold off and see how WrestlePalooza does at the end of September.
People were making fun of that name. It's like, that's an old ECW show. That was making fun of Lollapalooza.
It's such a bad name, though. It get
It's
honestly, I'll
it's
tell you
very
right now,
ECW. It's very ECW.
the logo design gave me Stomping Ground vibes. Like
It's funny.
very low budget.
I think this is the third ECW show they've revived because they did December Dismember. Yeah. Now they've done Heat Waves, the NXT event. Now they brought back WrestlePalooza.
Yeah. But yeah, yeah,
Wait,
and like
is it the show they're gonna do Lester Cena?
we'll see.
Probably.
But yeah, until next time though, folks, I'm Kristen,
I'm Nick Slade.
and this has been a very Royal Ramble filled episode of 1, 2, 3 Wrestling, and we will see you guys later.
Yeah.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to check out any of our previous reactions,
As well as one of our other SRB shows.
check out one of the playlists down below.
And if you want to check us out in the social universe,
You can find us on Twitter and Stardust,
at Super React Bros.
as well as on Facebook.
At Super Reaction Bros.